Well, okay, I look at Trent Williams as an incredible talent, and he's one of the great players at his position for sure. I would notorious GAV says Trent is the best player at his position by far.
He is.
I'll give you that, and I'll say he's one of the most dependable players because you know what you're getting. But best, when I'm saying best, I'm thinking of when they're playing their best. Who is the best? When they're playing when everybody's playing at the highest level they get to, who's the best player out there? And I'm going to say 57 Dre Greenlaw. Now, whoa. I know there are a lot of people that would say, Krug, you're nuts. He's not even the best linebacker. And you just talked up Aziz. And what about Fred Warner? But Dre Greenlaw has been hurt a lot. And so because of that, we kind of put him in a different category. But man, when I saw Dre Greenlaw hit the field late in the year, he didn't look like a very good linebacker. He didn't look like a Pro Bowl linebacker. He looked like an all-pro linebacker. He has instincts. He has 4.5 speed. He hits like a truck. He's intimidating as hell. Kyle Shanahan says he looks Mike Tyson. I think Greenlaw has instincts and athleticism and speed that you put it all together and he gets healthy and he plays, he's the best player. He flies around. He breaks down in space. He's one of the best I've ever seen at breaking down in space against an athlete, running back, wide receiver, brings that guy to the ground at will, separates guys from the football, hits like a truck, can play as a stacked backer in either spot. I just think I never see him like there's like some, Fred Warner's got great ability in coverage, but Fred Warner's, sometimes will take a wrong angle. I don't see Greenlaw take wrong angles. He's pure. He takes correct angles and then he detonates. And I just see a fast, physical, dominating, all-pro type linebacker who hasn't been able to stay on the field. If he had been able to stay on the field, I think he's the best linebacker they got. I think he's that good. So I know there'll be people go, what? I disagree. And that's fine. That's what we do these things for. But I'll say Dre Greenlaw because when he's at his best, I think he is the best.
Here's what I'll say to that. During the regular season, the 13 games or whatever Aziz started, that was better football consistently over a long period of time than Greenlaw has ever played. When Greenlaw got back after he was healthy for those playoff games, he blacked out. I don't know what happened. I don't know what they gave him for breakfast, but that was the best he's ever played in his life.
So you noticed it too, huh?
There was no doubt about it. I do not disagree at all because in my mind, Aziz Al-Shire was better and should have started, but then Dre Greenlaw played and was approaching the line of scrimmage, like taking on linemen like a Mack truck. It was insane to see him play with that level of physicality, but I don't think he plays with that level, like those type of angles that you're talking about. He doesn't play that cleanly most of the time. A couple of weeks ago, when in his first game back, and maybe it was just because it was his first game back, there were a couple of times where Warner's like pushing him over. Jaquaski Tart had to come down. I remember specifically, he had to come down and move him over because Greenlaw wasn't even lining up the right way. Against the run, I feel like he does second guess himself a lot. But again, that's Greenlaw most of the time. Those 3 or 4 games, I don't know what got into him, but he was not making mistakes. He just was a Fred Warner clone, essentially. It was nuts. It would be nice to see him carry that over to next season. But I mean, that's the beauty of football, man. If we're talking about Fred Warner, who is the best linebacker in the NFL, Greenlaw, who has that ceiling but does not play to that ceiling consistently, and then Aziz, who just flashes playmaking ability every time he's on the field. They have one of the best problems to have when deciding which linebacker to leave on the field.